What's the crack, everybody? How you getting on? You're all very welcome to episode 69. 69, because I'm a child. And there's a strong possibility a lot of people are going, 69. Because we're fucking children. Jesus Christ, revert that. That could be taken out very badly. We're children. We'll just leave it at that. Not fucking children. Jesus Christ. Late as fuck at night, but I'm on time. It's a Tuesday when the fucking Ramble Pod is supposed to be out. It is currently 10 to 1 in the morning. Yeah. Youngster fed and watered, so we're alright. I'm going to bang this out. I was going to do it in the morning, but I'm off out the door. I'm actually, we're back on track, lads. I have a guest and all tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm doing fucking 3 fucking interviews tomorrow. One for my podcast and one for some online fucking thing and one for the Up to 90 Girls podcast. Yeah, looking forward to that, Emma and Julie. So thank you very much. It is currently, as we speak, the 8th of October 2019. What's fucking going on? Of course, this is going out live to the Patreons, as if anyone will be awake. Although you never know, somebody might be up. Fuck it. This is going out live anyway over on the Patreon page. From what I can see, they changed fucking everything around the place, but it looks like it's going out live. I can see my head, so that's and my face is moving. So that's, yeah, that looks like that's working. But either way, it'll go out. It'll go out in the next half an hour. Anyway, audio wise, it'll go out early release to the old fucking Patreons, because you know what? You keep them, as Gordo would say, you keep mugging the mugs and fucking tea in the mugs over here at Buckshot Towers. So thank you very much. Of course, there is a merchandise shop too if you want to help contribute to the podcast that way. Do you know, if you ever thought about it and you want to go, fuck it, I'm going to throw a couple of pounds at that, fucking go for it. Go for it. It all fucking helps. It quite literally, the PayPal account that I've set up for it literally pays straight from that, straight back out again into the hosting fees. So that's, there you go. And there's a little left over that's gathering away nicely as we're going to get newer gear. There's talks of kind of studio stuff coming up, but I don't know, I kind of like doing it from home and stuff. I can just fucking jump on, because like lately it's been fucking bananas. You know what I mean? People listen to this on the reg. You know it's been bananas, but we're getting back on track. I've guests now locked in, fucking people who are serious about their time and stuff, so they are locked in. So tomorrow morning I'll be doing another one. How was your fucking week since I was talking to you? Well, what's the fucking crack? I was oh, yeah, sure, I may as well get it out of the way. Even though a lot of podcast guests have actually hit me up with fucking links to their tickets or screenshots of their tickets and stuff, I will be back up in Northern Ireland. One of my favourite places in the world. I'll be in Coleraine, which is the Riverside Theatre in Coleraine, on Thursday night. So if you're in the fucking region or you know somebody, come along. Come the fuck along. And then on the Friday night, I'll be in Newton Abbey. I'll be in the Mill Theatre. And then following Thursday, I'll be in the Marketplace. It's the Marketplace, isn't it, in Armagh? And then Waterford and Kilkenny on the Saturday and Sunday nights. But go to defendingthecaveman.ie. You'll see the link in the show notes. Some podcast apps don't fucking they only let you show one link for some fucking reasons. Some of them don't give a shit. Like the Google app lets you show all of them. But for some reason, the odd one goes, yeah, well, and typically it's the Patreon thing. But defendingthecaveman.ie, if you type in, fuck it, or go to tomomahony.com, you'll see pretty much all the gigs will be there too. So I do come along. There has been a very, 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 very nice response to it. It's been fucking great. Because you don't know. Again, it's almost like podcasting. You're locked in a fucking room. I've been locked in a room for 5 weeks with another man, essentially, and while he's telling you it's going great and everything, you have to trust him, because Dan is a bit of a fucking genius when it comes to this kind of stuff. But like, it is only when you put it out on the floor. And this weekend now is properly stuck into my head. Like, I wasn't having to search for words, because you're doing that. Like, that's what fucking acting is. I'm learning. You're hiding the fact. You're pumping it out like it's a fucking great performance, but really what you're doing is you're hiding the fact that I can't think of the next paragraph, because I've got 44 pages of this to get through, and I got to make it look like it's just popped into my fucking head. Oh, look, it's just popped into my head, but thankfully and miraculously they have lighting and sound effect cues, and they have props and stuff left around the stage for me. But I've just thought of this. So where was I at the weekend? I was in the Ramble. Oh, so funny. I was in fucking I did this interview for, I don't know, it was a Shannon Side Radio or something on Wednesday last. And the guy rings me up and he's like, "Hello, Tom. So it's Paul here he's the most BBC 4 voice you've ever fucking heard in your life." And he's obviously on Shannon Side. I'm guessing the guy got fucking, I don't know, he got caught doing something on a posh radio somewhere because the guy's voice does not match where he's fucking broadcasting to. And he said, "So where are you playing tonight, Tom?" I said, "Well, nowhere tonight, Paul, but tomorrow night I'll be in," and I've been calling it the Ramore Theatre because it's Ramor. Ramor? Like, but he just, "Oh, I think you mean the Rammer Theatre, Tom." I'm like, Rammer Theatre? Sounds fucking horrendous. Like, Rammer should have 2 M's and, I don't know, just imagine a fucking big fucking black dildo on the end of a fucking Kango hammer. Do you know? I don't know. Just, I don't like it. I continue to call it the Ramore Theatre because I was in. Fuck me, I'm not off these fucking radio stations. I was in with Ivan Yates at News Talk on Friday, and he was like, "And where are you playing tonight, Tom?" I'm just saying it's the fucking Ramore Theatre. Thankfully, I was in a room full of people who knew no better. But even when I got there, it's like, yeah, the Rammer Theatre, we have it here now. And you're like, oh my God. Okay, maybe it's a bit softer in your accent because you're always all a bit. Once you start going up there around there, I know I'm getting a bit drawheaded there actually, aren't I? But once you start going up around Cavan, the R's get softer. But like when you get Midlandsy, like where Southern Midlands, especially where I'm from, the fucking R's are like fucking, they're like fucking, John Cleary would describe it, it sounds like somebody with my accent trying to call their friend Robert. Sounds like a dog barking in the wind. Robert! 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 It's true, isn't it? I do fucking R's cut like a chainsaw. One of the like, you knew you were in for a fucking mad treat. Like, it was a lovely, lovely crowd. Fucking lovely theatre too. But I was, I got there beforehand and parking. You know when things are good, parking right outside the fucking door and all the rest of it. And I'm walking back I went out to the car to get a few bits and stuff like that to walk back in. But as I'm walking, like these country towns and stuff like that, you just get mad cunts driving past the whole time, and lads will be shouting stuff just for the crack. If it's a gang of lads, they go, "Hey," you know, if they don't recognise you and stuff, or if they do recognise you, oh fuck. But it happens, right? So you just get used to lads going, "Right," you know, fucking man, you can. You get used to it, right? But still a bit of fucking aggro kicks up. You're like, "I'll fucking fight any cunt." So it's, and as I'm walking in, the fucking dog now is losing its marbles downstairs. But as I'm walking in, I swear to God, it's like that. It's a busy road, and this theatre is right on the main street. And as I'm just walking, about to turn in for the theatre again, I hear this, "Ah!" And I'm just thinking, that's some cunt now acting the bollocks. That's just some bollocks. As soon as I look around, to be a gang of lads all smoking fags with their hoods up inside and fucking beating up BMW or something going, "Eh." I knew it. I was just 100%. That's what I had in my head. And I still fucking looked because I wasn't going to. I won't give him the fucking suit of it. I will not give him the pleasure. But I did. I looked around. And it was the biggest fucking fattest sheep you've ever seen in your life in a trailer, just standing there going, "Ah! Ha!" As human as that. He was... Sorry, blowing my own lungs out here doing an impression of this big fucking goat or sheep. You know, you see the goats, oh man, I can't put them on because I'll stay here all fucking night just doing 4 hours of just watching goats going, "Ah!" But this was a proper man sheep. Like, he had a big man head in him. Like, just... I went to school with a fellow with the exact same fucking head in him. Like, just a big fucking... Well, this sheep just fucking standing there. "Ah! Ah!" It was one of the greatest. Just put me in such fucking chirpy form. But Stash the Gear came out. This'll tell you fucking Cavan's stone mad, right? We're standing there just inside the door of the theatre, and the lads are getting it set up and the sound and the lighting and all the rest of them. I'm there with the director. The lighting and sound tech is there, and this fella comes in the door and goes, "Hey, do any of you lads own a Volkswagen?" All three of us had Volkswagens, I think. Be more specific, I says. He goes, "It's like a silver estate." No. So we followed your man out because he seemed fairly fucking amped up about this whole situation, and essentially what it was, straight across the road, there's like I suppose, what would you call it, fucking builder's yard, or, fucking DIY fucking place. Hardware. My brain. Yeah, there we go. 1 o'clock in the morning, lads. 1 o'clock. Fucking relax. And this fella wanted to bring his truck out, and somebody had just about fucking parked on the street, but just about had parked their Volkswagen Passat. It stayed slightly in front of the... Now, the truck was still able to make it out, no problem. The guy was having a bit of a freak out for no reason. But just to teach the guy a fucking lesson, this old fella came out in a fucking forklift, right? Middle of the fucking day, everybody driving past comes out in a forklift and sticks the 2 forks underneath the back of this fella's fucking Passat. Not once considering he's going to have an electric handbrake on that thing and might fuck it up. Also, the fuel tank could be underneath the back where I'm fucking lifting. He just stuck the forks underneath the car. And I know he was trying to catch the chassis or whatever, but he could have caught fucking anything. Never mind, the guy's car could have been in gear. It could have been an automatic. If you roll that while it's fucking locked in, you're going to fuck everything. This mad cunt. And we just all started fucking filming straight away. It's like, hey, stop fucking filming. So we all just fucking broke down laughing. We stayed filming because it was like, fuck this, man. That car, okay, it is a little over the fucking edge, but you relax, will you? Like if a 40-foot fucking articulated truck just came out of there. Articulated, as they say in the Midlands. If a fucking articulated truck come out of there, it wasn't that big of a deal. But this guy was so fucking pumped up. He was going, teaching this cunt a fucking lesson. But he shit the bed because it was an electric handbrake. And when you lift up, like if you lift up the electric handbrake kind of binds a small bit, so the car actually stayed up. Like he lifted, like the wheel stayed in the ground, all right, but the suspension stayed up like 6 or 7 inches. The car jacked up in the air, and he dropped the forks, and the car stayed up. So now you can see the fucking. He's looking over. Stop fucking filming. So he fucking reversed that joke back into the yard as fast as he fucking could. And I don't know how did he damage your man's yoke in any which way, like, but this was just in broad fucking daylight, like busy street. The guy came back in the car. She had a bit of a fucking jump, all right, trying to get her handbrake to release. But I put me in a great mood seeing all this mad shit, just fucking mad shit. But people, it was crazy. Like the side door is open, but you got to walk down an alleyway to it. But like old lads were just fucking wandering in. Hell yeah. Are you putting on a show? It's like, yeah, we are. It's a fucking theatre and it's Friday night and we look at all those lights and the smoky stuff and all the props and, oh, lovely now. Do you know, I saw a show and this one bloke walked in and I saw he was chatting away and I thought, he must fucking work here or something because he seems to know an awful lot about it. He had a name tag. So as it happens, later on after the show, I said I'd grab a coffee next door in the fucking centre or whatever. And there he is sweeping up this outlet. Just fucking knows, just Wild West shit, like, you know what I mean? I love it. I love that fuck all decorum, like. Where was I then? I was in Burr, on Saturday night, which is a nice little fucking theatre. Although I do think there was an old woman who had narcolepsy over to the side of the stage. It threw me a few fucking times. Everybody, and which is weird because everybody else was so engaging, so on the money, like, you know, fucking standing ovation, the whole lot at the end. And this one, have you ever seen that GIF or GIF or whatever the fuck they are, where this woman is sleeping at her desk and everybody starts clapping and she just kind of wakes up and starts clapping as well because she's just assuming they're clapping for something. That's exactly what it was. This fucking one, every time they start roaring laughing, she just pop up. And she'd kind of a hippie-ish go, I don't know, like something, I've wondered, you know, was she part of some membership society where she got a ticket for nothing and she'd nothing else to do? She just had to leave the cats at home for a fucking hour or two and come out and see a show. But she just, like, she was right by the side of the stage, just kept on dropping off. And next thing, head back up again, gone again. And that shit, like, it was a good testament that the fucking words are sticking in my head because I actually stuck with the but everybody else seemed really fucking into it, which was weird. You know, if the show was flagging, you know, if you're doing stand-up and the fucking show is flagging and there's a person nodding off, you know, you can say something like, you know, whatever, or, you know, or maybe you don't say something, but you know the show is going shite. But the show was going great, which either it was going great for everybody else and she was absolutely not of the opinion of everybody else in the room, or the poor old fucking wagon had fucking narcolepsy and she just kept fucking, the engine kept cutting out and her fucking, the battery, the plug just kept on fucking falling out of the socket. it was funny. It was that's such an American thing to do, isn't it? That was funny. That's fucking something that used to do my head in for a while I lived over there. Like, rather than just going, no, the correct response is laughing, you mad fucker. You don't go, that is funny. That's so funny. Just fucking laugh, will you? So, if you think it's funny, you mad bastard. There was a guy in where was it? In the Ramble in Virginia the night before, and he was making a strange noise. But when I spoke with him afterwards, I think he had one of those machines in his neck. Do you know, like people were roaring, laughing and stuff and having a good old time, but there was kind of a, you know, I didn't know what the fuck, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was the heating or something. Or fucking Red was fucking falling off the wall. But when I spoke with him briefly afterwards, I think the poor old devil had a fucking, he had a fucking boombox put into the throat there. I don't know, he was, but you couldn't really laugh. I just thought that the fucking heating was gone to shit because it's an old theatre, like. Yeah. So that was that. That was my weekend. I'm trying to think, what the fuck else did I do? Oh yeah, it was the big release. Thank you. Anybody new people? There are definitely some new people anyway, because they've been hitting me up. I'm guessing you hit subscribe because you know your shit about podcasts. But there are a gang of new people this weekend. Gordo of those conspiracy guys who I talk about pretty much on every episode, but he released an episode which it's funny as fuck. I still not fully sure what. I suppose I do to a degree, but it's about a woman. She was part of the original occult following, you know, of kind of, you know, Doctor Strange, you know, that kind of fucking religion that they have, like where the universe kind of balances itself. The mother of all that was this woman called Madame Blavatsky, Helena Blavatsky, and we did an episode on her. It was good shit, but it was myself, Emmett Quinn of Totally Wired, who's been on the podcast, and Gordo, and it's like 6.5 hours of just fucking dick jokes, basically. and a lot. There was a lot of Russian chat in between, like, but it was actually really, really fun. But there's been a lot of new podcast listeners off the back of that, because obviously he's a huge podcast. So you're all very welcome. Hit subscribe. Make sure and hit subscribe. That way it'll pop into your ears twice weekly. It's been once weekly the last fucking 3 weeks, because brand no child, and rehearsing this play called Defending the Caveman, which I am touring Ireland with. I didn't make that clear at the top. But yeah, it's so we're back on track. Like I said, a bunch of lads sorted. I don't know. I was talking the other day. I was just thinking fucking the right, because you meet some amount of useless bastards along the fucking road, like, and I figured, you know what? If I was setting up a company in the morning, the people I'd fucking hire, after a chat I had a couple of weeks ago, people I'd only hire transgender people. Yeah. No matter what it is. If it's fucking sweeping the roads or doctoring or whatever, architecture, whatever. If you want somebody who's going to work like a fucking animal, because the chat I had with this lady who's transitioned, what a fucking dose. Just a straight up dose. Every day. A fucking dose. Even when you do get the fucking full conversion, like the conversion kit fitted, doesn't make a fucking difference. You're still having to fucking make allowances unless you caught it early. You know what I mean? Because you're still trying to go, look, I'm a bloke once upon a time and now I'm a fucking woman. Sorry about that. You know, you're having to fucking make excuses for your shit the whole time. Like, oh, you know, people fucking staring at you. And if you're willing to go through that fucking dose, now I'm not talking about the ones, and this is, by the way, this isn't me being fucking some sort of weird woke cunt who's all fucking virtue signaling fucking white knight. I don't give a fuck about most people, to be honest with you. But what I'm saying is, the fucking dose, it was an eye-opening, the fucking dose you have on your hands with that. Fucking everybody else in the LBGG, all that, I'm telling you one thing. Unless you, like, fucking get to the back of the queue of doses. Like, I'm proud. Yeah, you can be proud, but there are people who have a fucking serious dose in their hands. They actually have to fucking change your body to get that shit in order. Because I've had some doses of jobs. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before. I'm sure I have. But I was an artificial inseminator for fucking pigs. Pigs, yeah. Purely because boars weigh up to 45 to 50 stone. They're about 10 foot long. 8 to 10 foot long. They're about 4 foot off to 5 foot off the ground. Their legs are about fucking 1.5 feet. So you can guess the rest of their body is about 3.5 foot deep. and their flute is all the way back at the back. And it's about the width of a fucking pencil, and it's about 4 foot long. So now, think of the logistics, and it's not like she can fucking back up to you and go, here, yeah, work away. So the fact that any procreation in the wild of pigs can happen is unfucking believable. There must be some weird thing they do, like they dig a hole or something, or I don't know, or whatever. Yeah, and that was a fucking dose. Try doing that on Christmas morning, some morning. At the same time, you realise that the place is actually backing up with shite all under you because the fans are broken down. The agitator fans have broken down. Yourself and your brother have to fucking bucket stuff out by hand. That's your Christmas day, and you think that's a fucking dose. The fucking dose. I must get this girl on just to talk about it. Why the fuck not? Because I know it's all gas. We'd still have fucking crack. Because I'm gonna make this shit funny and take the fucking piss, because there's no better way of fucking bringing somebody into the tribe than taking the fucking piss out of them. But yeah, that's it. I'm telling you, if somebody is willing to work that fucking hard after they get the full conversion kit done, fucking hell, then people would fucking do 100 hours a week for you. Not a bother. Not a fucking bother. So that's my advice. Fucking hell, what am I talking about? It's 1:15 in the morning, Tom. Oh, for the love of Jesus Christ. That's where my fucking brain is at now. But a lot of people got in contact with the ribs. 2 lads tried out the ribs recipe and were fucking delighted with themselves. So, just to recap, you're essentially just, you can smoke. They're all going to be talking about the smoking and all the rest of just fucking boil the things. It's a cheat. It's a fucking cheat, but I tell you one thing, it's a cheat that works wonders. You got to boil them for about a fucking hour. So you got to boil them. And loads of fucking websites will give you all sorts of brine you got to make. I remember Phil Jupitus over last year's Vodafone Festival was telling me his uncle used to boil them in Coca-Cola, which is essentially just sugar, you know what I mean? Which is essentially what barbecue sauce mostly is. But don't. Just make your barbecue sauce. Piece of piss to make. I will put up a recipe on it. When I'm buying a decent camera, that's the fucking thing. Buying a decent fucking camera so I can actually film these. And I do have some funny sketch ideas and stuff like that. Now that I have the young fella. For fuck's sake. He doesn't know what's going on just yet. He's having the crack. He's smiling away, giggling and gurgling. He doesn't know what. I put up a video on my stories just to see how it would go. And people fucking loved it. It was of Paddy Losty, the 45 pints. I'd have about 10 more. And then I'd have an old bucket of crisps and maybe an old fucking pew peanuts and whatnot. And then Maureen would have the fry on for me. And I'll go, hey, not at the shirt of any man's back. Bastards. To anybody who isn't from Ireland who's listening to that right now, I apologise. But just type in Paddy Losty. Those 2 words, Paddy and Losty. Pint Man, into YouTube. You'll understand. Well, I did one where I just moved the young fella's fucking lip with my finger. He was sound asleep, but we have an old pair of costume glasses as well we put on him. Fucking golden. So now it started. That's the sketches I want to start doing. Because those are good and silly. I like dogs and babies when it comes to silly things. Who doesn't? So I won't be doing any hacky fucking characters or, hey, do you remember when it was gas when we all did the junior cert? I won't be doing those. Even though I know they're very, very popular and all that. Do you know what's gas? Do you know what's gas? No, I won't be doing it. I'm just going to be do silly shit with the child and the fucking dog. Why not? I own them both. They're mine. So that was the crack with the fucking ribs. You basically want to make up your barbecue sauce or buy a barbecue sauce, whichever one you want to do, and water it down a small bit just so that you can raise it. So when you do get your rack of ribs, cut them in half, because you won't, unless you've got a monstrous fucking big pot. There's no point. Cut them in half, fuck in the barbecue sauce, fill it up with a bit of cold water, and bring it to the boil. Low simmer for about fucking an hour. And that's it. You're hot to fucking trot. Boil down your rest of your barbecue sauce or have another jar ready to go. Douse them in the stuff and fuck them up on the grill. Flip them a few times, keeping them fucking doused. And you're off to the fucking races. Wrap them for like 20 minutes in tin foil just to get the fucking meat falling off the bones. I got a lot of people asking me about my wings recipe. Piece of piss. You can do the same thing. Barbecue sauce or you can do the Frank's hot sauce. I saw John Sharpson. John, if you're listening to this, you made some bollocks of those fucking wings. Stop, lad. Stop. I know you're into the barbecue and all the rest, but you made some bollocks of them wings. First off, when you get the wings and you're in the shop, normally they're the full fucking elbow, fucking forearm and hand. Do you get me? That's what they normally are. They're the full bicep, forearm and fucking hand. Fucking chop the hand thing off. You don't need that. Fuck that in the bin. give it to the dog, whatever. Then split the other two in the middle. Because that's what you get with wings. You get the fucking forearm and you get the fucking bicep. Don't be leaving that fucking big L-shaped yolk inside. Fuck that. No. You want to bust them up, split them. Get a good knife, find a knuckle, cut through the fucking thing. Now you're in business. What I do is I use regular flour. I can't believe I'm doing a fucking, like this is a cooking fucking thing, but a good few people have messaged me, so I said, look, I will give it out on the podcast. One of the days when I can fucking properly film it, I will put up the recipe. I did a bunch of these recipes on my YouTube page. If you can find them down the bottom, they're way, way back. I know some people listen to this on YouTube because there is a fucking an audio file of it goes up on YouTube through the sharing site I use. But if you go way back, or you just type in Tom's Barbecuing, your chance are you'll find it. And I did a bunch of videos, but I'm going to do this one. The wings, very simple. Flour, get some fucking flour. Do that shit with the wings that I told you to. Chop them up the fucking right way. Now, don't be throwing them in a 3-piece. Throw them in fucking 1-piece. Sometimes some places you can get them already pieced out. But if you don't, which most places don't, just chop off that fucking flipper thing off the end. Good for nothing. Then split the other two in half at the elbow joint. Trim up that skin too. Don't be leaving no fucking flappy skin hanging around the place, because if that doesn't crisp up, it's just going to be fucking gross. Cover it up in, get your flour. Bit of fucking seasoning in the flour, whatever you're into. Harissa, make your own. Fucking get a bit of Old Bay. Season all. Whatever you fucking want. Doesn't really matter too much. Throw in a bit of cayenne if you feel like it. Mix it in with the flour in a big old bowl. Fuck in all the wings. Flip them. And then take them out with the tongs. This is the thing I'm telling everybody. Go out and buy 2 sets of fucking tongs. Go into the range or go into one of these places. Get 2 sets of tongs. You'll have them forever. You'll be delighted. Lay them out in a baking tray with some bacon parchment, because you got to get it hot as fuck, and they will stick to the bottom of any dish you put them in. Put some bacon parchment in the bottom, they ain't fucking sticking. What I do is I get the barbecue up fucking real hot, but you just fuck them in the oven at 250 degrees. Make sure it's full tilt. It's been going at 250 degrees for like 10 minutes. Fuck them in full belt. Half an hour. During that half an hour, turn them twice, because they'll crisp up. All that fucking, the fat comes out of the skin, hits the fucking, the old flour, crisps up nicely. Some people like to deep fry them. You know what? Almost nobody has a deep fat fryer anymore. That's the handiest way to doing it. When that happens, when you get it on, while you're doing that, be making up your Frank's hot sauce. Simple. Full bottle of Frank's hot sauce, whichever one you like, and half a fucking yoke of butter. Simple. Slowly as fuck, because the butter will fucking congeal in 2 seconds if you fucking boil that thing. Slowly mix them together. And then you gotta fucking add your fun stuff, because you can't just leave it there. You gotta get a bit of fucking cayenne, you gotta get a bit of fucking garlic on in there, fucking. Yeah, a few other bits and pieces, you know what I mean? Fucking whatever. I like to stick in a bit of fucking the old basil and stuff like that. It goes well with chicken. If you can get the old fresh basil, you know what I mean? Mix it in. There you go. And then half that, when you take those pies out of the oven, drench the fucking pies in it. Even fucking half it. Just a fucking quarter of it, just enough to drench them. Now, if you do have a grill, get them straight up in the grill and take the bowl out with you, and just baste the fuck out of them for 10 minutes. Keep flipping them while they're blacking, and you're burning in that fucking Frank's hot sauce. Fail that fucking underneath the grill, the actual grill in the oven. Same trick, but keep flipping them, because they'll burn in 2 fucking seconds, because the butter. And that's about it. Make your fucking blue cheese piece of piss. Blue cheese is just blue cheese and mayo and fucking bit of lemon, bit of salt and pepper. Few bits of fucking parsley. Bash it all together like a bad bastard. There you go. Couple of sticks of celery. You look like a fucking champ. Oh, is it any wonder I don't have my own cooking show, huh? If I can't fucking... But yeah, fun fucking times over the weekend. I like I said, lads, I don't know. I'm giving you fucking recipes here for fucking chicken wings. What am I doing? This isn't a fucking cooking podcast, but there you go. Some funny news. People have sent me on some good shit, all right. And I got this one a few times. But first, my wife sent me this one, oddly, which totally relates. It's so, there's one. She reckons she's making out that she's Vladimir Putin, mad cunt, who got fucking his stage stormed the other day by a one taking her top off. Strangest way of protesting anything is getting togged off. I don't know. But his apparent goddaughter, she was fucking got married at the weekend. 37 now, so she's all her fucking back teeth, mind. Ksenia Sobchak, 37, married TV producer fiance Konstantin Bogomolov at a weekend in the spectacular temple of the Great Ascension of Nikitsy Gate, Russia. If that doesn't have all the sounds of the occult off it, holy fuck. Yeah, so it was all flying. Yeah, the wedding was going great. And all of a sudden, leaked footage from the closed-door wedding ceremony shows the bizarre performance of consent. She basically put on a striptease for her whole fucking family, including, her husband, her new husband. In a bizarre performance, as Ksenia dressed up in a black cape while dancing to the music of Russian singer Irina Elagrova with her song Come Into Me. Shoot a load into me like a good man. Constantine, come up on me there, Constantine, and come into me. Come into me, Constantine. In front of the ex-Playboy model. And I can tell you one thing, she be close up. This one has been rode hard and put away fucking wet, as they say in the horse world. She may have been fucking fit for Playboy one time, but she's ropey even for 37 now. She's fucking gone hard. She's gone fucking hard, that one. And your man's no fucking better, but he's, he just has that big old busted Rushki fucking head in him, like. So the ex-Playboy model decided to surprise her new husband and guests with a striptease that allegedly resulted in her in-laws from critics, film critics. Oh, for the love of fuck. Imagine trying to impress them two cons. Yurli and Olga decided to leave even before they cut the cake. Well, that's pure bullshit anyway. You're going to say that anyway for the crack, like. This is stone fucking mad. Johan gets the fucking togs off, like. Jesus, I bet, like, we put on a bit of a show at ours, but fucking hell tonight, Father Mihal would have had a fucking stroke if we did something like that. All right. Before I finish up with this final fucking bit that about 17 people of podcast land, all of them, my friends in the north, have sent me this one. But before I finish up, don't forget to hit subscribe. That's that. If you're not subscribing, hit subscribe. If you do feel like helping out the Patreon, I think bottom line is $3. I'm not sure. It might be even lower. Anything helps. It all fucking helps. Keeps this show on the fucking road. Keeps my sanity some way going. And also, rate. If you're allowed to rate on your app, whatever app, because we're on everything now. Spotify. If you prefer to listen on Spotify, I'm over there too. I don't know what lets you out, but I know Apple. And really, I don't give a fuck about pleasing the cunts anywhere else. But it's so other sound folks like ye can find it. So the more 5 stars it gets, the more visible it becomes. And the more visible it becomes, the more Patreons we end up getting. And the more fucking podcasts I can pump out. So don't mind anything other than fucking 5 stars. Some cunts have put on, like, I'm going to put a 1 star here. I don't know if that's somebody actually trying to fucking help. I'd like to tell you what would help. My 1 star here, that's going to help. I hear some constructive. How about you go fucking eat your own fucking cock? How's that? Fuck all use to any of us. I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about you two as well. This is fuck all use. People giving 1. Who gives a fucking 2 star? What's that supposed to fucking mean? Just no fucking use. I remember Netflix actually got rid of the starring system because Amy Schumer's last special was so shit and she'd lifted so many fucking jokes. And I'm telling you here now, it was a shit special. Even if you're thinking, I don't know, I kind of like it. I'm telling you from a professional point of view, that was some of the laziest, sloppiest, fucking resting on your laurels shit I've ever fucking seen. People walking out and she's going, oh, you're right. You say you're going to walk out because you're a man. No. You're shit. And that's your special. So she was getting such a fucking hounding because she's so powerful and she's a Schumer, I think she's part of a family of powerful people from what I've been told, and she they actually changed it to the like, to the thumbs up, because she was getting drilled in, and they'd put money behind her Netflix special. So basically everybody was just giving out a 1 fucking star, and they went, oh fuck, we better get rid of the stars and either thumbs up or thumbs down. And I don't know how that fared, but it's not as critical. Do you know what I mean? If it's just a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of a situation. But yeah, 5 stars, please. If you listen on Apple, 5 stars. I don't know what else, but I'm fucking rambling. But it is a Ramble Pod. Anyway, this video got sent to me. I'd never heard of the song before. I got sent to me. We know there has been some sectarian issues at times, and there is some division from time to time in the northern part of this beautiful island of ours. And there are dum-dums on both sides. That's just always the way. I wish there was no fucking sides. I wish everybody was just going, fuck this shit. But it ain't. And that's typically what you meet in comedy clubs, thank God. But then you get these fucking archaic motherfuckers. And this is a brightly lit wedding, which is really creepy anyway. And it's grey finished building, which is also very fuck creepy. It looks like the inside of a place where, you know, they store car parts. But in comes the husband and wife, brand new. Fucking now, people often have Simply the Best. It seems to be kind of a stock tune that goes. Now, I didn't realise there was a fucking added bit. Apparently, that was written for somebody created it for Mad Dog Billy Adair back in the day, where they stick in these two bits. See, can you fucking hear it? I'm just gonna just play this little ditty. So the couple are coming in, kids galore, by the way, kids fucking galore, sitting around clapping along to the happy couple. She's busting herself with happiness. She's so happy she's clapping her own chest. Genuinely, she's slapping her own chest as she sings this song, The Bride and Groom. See, can you make out what the beautiful words are here? I think we walked into fucking Sunshine Lollipops. Huh? Could you make out what that was? So they're all just clapping along in the weirdness, and she's giving it fucking socks. She's loving it. And then at that point, it was fuck the Pope and the IRA. I mean, whatever your fucking beliefs are. Holy shit. There's fucking children present, like. You always know it's a classic, like, and your man even goes to kind of leave her, and she's just kind of left on her own. She's so and you know they've both done a line. I can see it off the tiny little screen that they've done a line each for sure. Nobody has that level of confidence. I mean, everybody's buzzing on their wedding day, but she walks in, and I swear to God, she's banging her chest like she's fucking Bill Goldberg, you know. Fuck the pub and the air. Such a sweet little ditty, the way it's crowbarred in there. It's like, what a strange song to crowbar some anti-Fenian stuff in there. By Jesus. Like I said, I don't know if Father Me Hall would have stood for it. Right. I'm fucking got to go off and crawl underneath a bed because I'm up again in a couple of hours, I think. I have a guest this week, which is great. We're back on fucking track. Right, like I said, hit subscribe, hit rate, hit share. Fucking throw some money at the fucking thing. Whatever you want to do. Come to my caveman shows. I'm in Newtown Abbey and Coleraine this weekend, and Armagh, Waterford and Kilkenny the following weekend. Check the links out in the fucking old show notes. Guys, go away, and I'll talk to you on Friday.